everybody. It is Romania Black, along with my... brother. My brother has joined me as we are looking at the penultimate episode of Season 2 of the Netflix live action. We met Chopper last episode. That's what I've been waiting for the entire time, is to meet Chopper. And he's finally here. My brother is not ready for the backstory of Chopper to be animated. Well, gives me a look. I'm pretty excited, though. We have this episode and then next week, and then we're done until next year when they have Season 3. But before we dive in, we do have some comments that you all have left over on YouTube that I felt needed to be addressed to my brother and for us to talk about right before we start this episode. So thank you all for commenting. Thank you for liking and watching the videos with us. This season has been so much fun. I think I like this season more than last season. I don't know. You? Yeah, I think I like it a lot more than last season. I think it's, now that we've got the characters established, you have to do that at the very beginning so that everybody knows who the Straw Hats are, how the world works, how the devil fruits work, and now you can just kind of start to go crazy with all the world building, so that's pretty exciting. Ashley Pinn, for 7845 for episode 5, says, Taz, as well as doing the bartending thing we talked about last week, Taz was insistent he do his own stunts for the scenes where he's running from the gunfire in the jungle. So the director was really hesitant, but allowed him to do it for one take, and they got it. So him crashing through the pillar was not planned. He missed the mark where he landed, and they just left it in. So Taz is doing good at doing like one takes, like one take on the bartending, one take on the stunt work.
I respect an actor who does his own stunts.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Jackie Chan. He does all their own stunts. I can respect them doing that.
Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of physical discipline. It's a lot of working out. It's a lot of like coordinating. It's a lot of being able to... Stunt work is not easy. I have a friend that does some acting and he's a stuntman, and it is not easy business at all. So kudos to Taz for being able to do it, because that's awesome. It's kind of like Mac and you doing like the sword scenes in the episode with Whiskey Peaks. So that was really cool. And then Cleo the Muse for episode 5 says, Vivi has not yet told any of the Straw Hats the true identity of Mr. Zero. She's a little more circumspect than her manga counterpart. So that's kind of interesting, a nice little change.
Yeah.
And then they said this, you would appreciate this, I want to tell you this. I keep joking that I hope they end season 3 the same way that 4Kids run of the anime ended. A giant shipwreck falling out of the sky and on top of the Mary. The end! I thought that was really funny. I was like, if they did that, that would be
that's when we get... Yeah, that's when they get the idea to go up to Skypiea.
Yeah, that would be a great ending to season 3 if they just said, end of season. But I don't know if it would be enough of an inside joke that only the people that know 4Kids would know about it. But that's still really, really funny. So thank you all so much for the comments. We are so excited to get into this. We've been waiting all week to get to episode 7, and here we are. So with that being said, I'm excited, and we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to dive into episode 7 of Netflix's One Piece season 2, and we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Tony, Chopper! Is that an original song, or has that been in the anime?
I think that's original.
Is it original? I feel like the soundtrack for this has been really good. I really like this. So was it as sad as you thought it was gonna be? Yes. My brother has been dreading. I feel like you've been dreading this episode and the backstory with Chopper. Is this the saddest backstory in One Piece for you?
Yeah.
You think it is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I love that Taz as Sanji was just sobbing like everyone else. It was so sad. It was so freaking sad. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I feel like, to me, and again, we are in spoiler territory. If you're watching us talking about this series, you know we're doing spoilers. I feel like Ace's death is the saddest for me. Like, Ace's death is horrifically sad. Because Luffy went to all that length to save him, and then Akainu was like, beep, beep, nope. But in terms of, like, I forgot that the mushroom was poisonous. I forgot the mushroom killed him. I forgot about that. You knew it was coming. I forgot all about it. I thought that it was going to be that the mushroom didn't do anything and that he just was going to die because his disease had progressed enough. I forgot that the mushroom was poisonous and it was Chopper's fault that he died. That's horrific. I wonder if people watching this for the first time that are just live action only, that is such a heartbreaking moment. That's so sad. It's so sad. Okay, so what is different from the manga in this one?
Well, for starters, we see Hiruluk attempt to cure somebody, and he does kind of make them behave like a frog.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they get green skin and they start hopping around like a frog.
Okay, so Kuriha is just mainly referencing it from the manga to like point that out. Does he do like the dropping his pants and like all that in the manga?
Yeah, but he goes full on naked.
Oh, okay. Well.
And he does have a gun, but it's a tranquilizer gun.
Okay. I felt like they did a good job of making that not as like, because it's a goofy moment in the manga, but to make it as like down to earth as you can for the live action, that works too. What else was different?
The MDs and stuff, when Hiruluk gets to the castle, they're all outside.
Oh. So then, if they were all outside, who was he going up there to save, or did he just know it was a suicide mission?
He didn't know it was a suicide mission. He went up there expecting to cure them, just for Wapol to be out there with all the doctors, all the guards, rifles pointed at him, telling him how you fell for a trick.
Oh, okay. Was Dalton up there in the manga with him?
Yes.
Yeah, because Dalton is assigned to go and fight Chopper, and then is like, no.
They didn't even do anything about Chopper.
Oh, really?
Chopper showed up right as Hiruluk blew himself up.
Oh, and then he left.
And then he tried to attack Wapol. But Dalton stopped him,
sent
him on his way, and then Dalton said, "No, Wapol, I'm done taking orders from you. Use a bitch."
Oh, well, yes, yeah. But we don't know at this point if Wapol, I assumed he had not ate the devil fruit at this point, but he might have.
He had
in the manga and anime?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm going to be curious if we're going to see the Munch Munch fruit in action next episode for the finale.
We're going to have to.
We're going to have to, yeah, because he gets defeated next episode, presumably. Yeah, so we're going to have to see the Munch Munch fruit in action, so it's going to have to be in the boat. You know what? This was adorable. I loved the whole set, like this whole set piece of like Kuriha transforming the castle into like her own little personal abode with all her medical stuff and she's taken all of Hiruluk's stuff and put him in there too. It didn't click to me until we came back that where they saw the chest and stuff, that's literally where he died. They're literally walking around where he died in all of that. It didn't click until the very end when Luffy came back. Also, the idea which fruit did Chopper eat?
Right now, we know it as the human fruit.
The human, but it has like an extra like layer to it later on.
Right now, the theory is that he ate one that's the nature god. Because when Emu, spoilers, goes to Elbaf and starts demifying all the giants, Chopper punches them and immediately reverts them back.
Oh, so if he was, because you've caught up with everything, I'm a little bit behind, but so if he punches him back, if he had the nature god fruit, then the nature would purify from whatever Emu is trying to do with demonifying them. That would make sense.
Zoro just says, "You're just that amazing of a doctor."
Oh, Zoro can spit out the one-liners and just, I love that him and Usopp's entire argument was just settled with Usopp being like, beer? And he's like, we're good. And then he gets put in charge of the entire guard and Usopp's like, did you just get put in charge by just standing here? And he's like, it just happens to good people, I guess. I love it. Okay, so yeah, the human fruit makes a lot of difference making Chopper be humanized. That whole line where Luffy's like, I'm a monster too. I love that. I love that Chopper is like, oh shit. Like he's so precious. Also, the CGI budget being used on little Chopper, on Tony Chopper, is absolutely precious. I'm all here for it. What was your thoughts about the guy they got to play Hiruluk?
Plays the character perfectly.
Again, when you get on set for this show, if you had not read the manga or watched the anime and saw what these characters had to look like, then I'm sure he was like, this is the hairpiece, this is the outfit.
At least the hat won't fly off.
The hat is so perfect. I feel like him and Igaram could have some amazing conversations about hair and wig styling to get it just right. I thought his actor did very well. He kept reminding me of Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future. I kept getting that vibe from him. I thought his actor played the role perfectly. Now, okay, so the potion that he made, it worked. We didn't see, he made the extra little jar of, like, the ingredients, but what happened, because the jar was, like, not full when she was over there by it. Did we get any resolution with that in the manga?
We do at the end.
Okay, at the end. So it's probably going to happen next episode.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, there has to be, they built it up with this potion, and then the mushroom happened, and it was kind of dropped, so I'm like, it has to come up next episode. I'm sorry, but Blue Nose Chopper, just absolutely precious. Okay, we have to talk about this. Thoughts about the other two forms that we've seen so far?
Like them.
Okay, you like them? Okay. I feel like, I mean, the one where he's in reindeer mode, the original one, that one is pretty standard. I was very curious what they were going to do with it. The only thing about the monster Abominable Snowman Chopper version is it does, and this isn't anything against the show, but my mind instantly went to the Grinch, the live action Grinch. It's the face makeup. It's the nose, like Jim Carrey when he's the Grinch doesn't have like a defined nose and it's all flattened. The nose that Chopper has in that made me think of the Grinch.
I'm more curious what they would do for like the extra forms Chopper has from the Rumble Ball.
I was wondering if they're going to bring up the Rumble Ball, but that's later.
And
right?
If we ever get to Enn's Lobby, the true monster point.
Yes! Yeah, where he's like the big, giant, hulking, looks like a Yeti, sort of. Yes, that's the one I kept thinking of. I forgot he has like the just bigger human version, but then, yeah, there's the big old Yeti version. I would almost think if they didn't use a practical puppet or actor, it'd have to be like CGI, just a big monstrous version of him. I don't know. The CGI looks great. I have no issues with the CGI. Chopper looks adorable. The only thing is sometimes them teeth. I get Sonic the Hedgehog original CGI teeth moments, but that's not a complaint. It throws me into that, and I remember all the online discussions, and I'm like, it's fine. But Chopper's supposed to look like a doll because he's humanoid. So he's humanoid. He has to have human features. That's the point of the fruit. And then, did they ever give a reason why he called him Tony Chopper?
Chopper because his antlers look like they could chop down trees.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, I'm not sure.
Yeah, not sure about that one. Also, how is Korea sitting in the seat with the spikes on it? That seems highly uncomfortable. But yeah. So, I just, of course they had to build up their relationship and build up the two of them, like, becoming friends. And then him giving him the hat and everything. Like, that's so freaking perfect. Okay, what is the thing with the cherry blossoms?
Okay, so the story he told Chopper was of himself.
Yeah, because his pirate flag is if he's a pirate.
When he saw the cherry blossoms, his disease somehow
went into regression. Yeah.
And that gave him hope. So now he's pretty much made his mission to make it to where hope is the medicine for Drum Island.
Maybe not actually curing him because he's a pirate, but giving them hope that they could be cured. Mm-hmm. Do we ever find out what the cherry blossoms were? Or it was just cherry blossoms. I could always think of Robin in that moment because I think of Robin with her cherry blossoms, and then she's on the island. I love how you said she's walking around in the white coat, the most conspicuous character there.
Yeah, you see two other guys down there with dirty coats and stuff being like, should we say something about the lady with the white hat and the pure white coat looking all menacing? He goes, and the other one's just like, nah, don't you see, we're background characters. We don't get involved with the main characters. That is obviously the main character because she doesn't have shit on her.
I was just about to say, it was like, how do you know she's a king? She hasn't got shit all over her. Like, it's just Monty Python. That's exactly what I was thinking, too. So he keeps trying to make this potion, and it ends up working at the end. And I love it, the hope. And poor Chopper! Chopper didn't know any different. And then when he talks about the skull and crossbones of that, what kind of, it's interesting because the petals on the flag kind of look like little hooves. So it kind of has a dual purpose. It's the hooves and the petals. What was his pirate flag? Was it, what part of pirates was he with?
We don't know.
I wonder if they'll tell us, like, what pirates were Hiriuk with. Does it say what he was with? Wow, he really looks exactly like his, exactly like it. He was supposed to be 68. I would believe that. He was at the Sakura Kingdom, so that would explain why he saw the cherry blossoms. Interesting. But yeah, and then I just, him giving, like, just building up like Chopper's whole relationship with him, and then when he sends him away and you find out he thinks he's gonna die, and so he doesn't want Chopper to be around when that happens. That's just so sad. So freaking sad. I hate it. The actor did an amazing job. I thought they were like, you're gonna be in this for one episode, but you're gonna be the main actor in it. So I hope you're good. Hope you got this. And whoever did Nami's death makeup did his as well, because they got him looking. Oh, but the poisonous mushroom. I thought he was gonna use the pink fluid to heal Chopper. I thought he was gonna use it on him and to heal his wounds, but then that didn't exactly end up happening. But I thought that was going to be a thing. And then, yeah, Chopper had risked his life to get that, and he's like, well, guess I'm going to eat it. And poor Chopper doesn't realize what he's done. Ugh, so sad.
No, the Herald knew exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That part was so sad. Also, so, yeah, there's the dinner table, like where Robin gave him the fruit and everything. The doctors that are with Walpole in the pink scrubs, they reminded me of in Rocky Horror, where they're all like standing around, like all the people that have the scrubs on waiting for Rocky to get revived. And then the Dalton's crew all look like elves. They look like Santa's elves, which it was pretty perfect timing for all this. Huckleberry is like begging that toy to be thrown. I saw him pull out the grenades. I'm surprised it didn't do more damage, but they weren't very strong grenades because he like literally carried him all the way to the Drum Kingdom castle. I'm sorry, but Chess is my favorite side character. He looks so ridiculous. Every time, like there's a close-up of him coming up. I want to find it. There is like, obviously Dalton is moved by the doctor's speech and everything. He is moved, but and then Walpole of course is having none of it. But there's a close-up of Chess. Let me find it. I wish I could see it. But, oh, that was really good. That was a good shot of him reacting to it. Yeah, it's right. I could find it right here. Come on. Oh, come on. I'm like, there is such a good shot of him, and I need to find it so I can just... It was driving me crazy during out the... Yeah, just every time. The moment that he got on set and got in his Patrick starfish looking costume, and that's not what gets me. Like the Patrick Star's costume, I would deal with that as an actor. I'd be like, okay, I've just got to wear this, is fine. The coat over it. What is that weapon that he has? What is that supposed to be?
It's a bow.
Oh, it's a bow, because he's the one that shoots Dalton with the arrows. Okay, I didn't know if it was him or the other guy. But that part...
No, the other guy's weapon is weirder.
Okay, it's weirder. Okay, interesting. Well, we're going to see that next episode. But that part doesn't... It's when he puts, like, not even good face paint of color on his face and then smears the lipstick. It's the smeared lipstick that just, like Buggy's actor would be like, do you need lessons? Do you need me to help you figure out how to do this? Just...
Well, he's an archer. He's supposed to blend in with all the white and the green.
With the red smeared lipstick on his face?
A berry bush.
A berry bush, sure it is. Yeah, he cracks me up every time he's on screen, because I'm like, that man got up and went to set and was like, you all have to dress up looking like these characters, but I get to dress up like this every day on set. I'm like, what a good time to be alive for Chess. Love that for him. So yeah, Dalton being freaking moved by his speech is so good. Yeah, it definitely is just something. I think it's about the nose bridge to the eyes that makes me think of the Grinch. That is the only thing about Chopper's, like, what form is this?
That's technically his human form.
His human form.
The small one is his monster form.
Uh-huh.
And then he has reindeer.
Monster, reindeer, human. And then
the rumble ball gives him arm point, horn point, leg point, and guard point. And brain point. So
he ends up having 8 altogether. But
yeah.
Right now he just has 3. Yep, just has the 3.
Well, brain is technically his short form, so 7.
Okay. So 7, and then he just has 3 right now. It's not till the time skip he gets the other ones.
It's not until in lobby he gets the real monster point, but he can't control it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there was a whole deal. It was like him and Luffy's gears. It was like trying to figure out how to control them all.
Yeah.
Throughout that. What instigates the rumble ball again? How does he get the rumble ball?
He made it.
Oh, he makes it later on. Yeah, that's like part of the his evolution as a character to do that.
As part of his research is that he developed the drug to enhance his devil fruit abilities.
Does anybody else, is Chopper the only one that can take the Rumble Ball?
He's never given it to anybody else.
It's just been him.
He did make, for Beepo, a formula that temporarily puts him in the Shulong state. Oh. Despite there being no full moon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. Yep. I remember that happening.
He did that against Blackbeard.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And beat the shit out of him.
Well, as he should. As he should. Dalton's not dead. Not yet.
No.
A simple arrow through the heart is not enough to take him out. 3 arrows. 3 arrows, and they're from chess. Let's be real. Also, what is this rhino statue with the kangaroo rhino? What is this? Is this supposed to be like some prelude to the Zoans, like giving some previews of that, of like the mixtures?
I don't know.
Because there's like some devil fruits on Wano that kind of with Kaido that get kind of freaky as far as what they're combined with. I don't know. I was trying to see what was on the portraits, but it looks like, okay, that is the Napoleon picture on the horse. Instead, it's like the walrus instead of that one. And then there's one of him, like, they made Walpole. It's like this, I don't know if that's supposed to be the Roman emperor, but they've taken that pony and making it Walpole instead. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yeah. And so Dalton tells him no and leaves. So basically they just made Chopper not be in that part entirely and make it just between Dalton and Walpole.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And then Chopper saying he's going to be a doctor. Ugh. Kuria has a good heart. She doesn't want to admit it, but she's got a soft spot for Chopper too. Love that. Meanwhile, yeah, Sanji is just like sobbed. Nami is like, poor Chopper. I love that she called him by name. And then Luffy's like, finishes up his soup and he's like, that's it. We're going to go get a new crew member right here, right now. I was expecting him to literally be riding Chopper down the mountain, like in deer form, ready to go into battle, but it might be too soon for that. Yeah. Meanwhile, glad that Usopp and Zoro have made up. Glad for that. Also, we finally find out that Dalton knows who Vivi is and knows that she's there. Has realized who she is. Wouldn't have been hard. And then, yeah. And then, Zoro just is basically placed in charge of the entire place. Didn't have to do much. He's sitting there holding his beer like, yep, that's how I do. I love all the animals and stuff that are in the jars and everything. That part's really cool. And there's Kuria with the whiskey. It freaks me out, all the candles next to all of these books. I don't like that at all. That worries me. That worries me about things catching on fire. This is morbid. We have to cover up the spot where Hilliuk was with the area rug. And then, of course, Luffy hangs up the pirate flag. I really hadn't thought about it, but Luffy's powers would be incredibly well for interior decorating. Would do really well for that.
Yeah.
I could definitely use that. Would be highly, highly helpful using them rubber powers. Also, the entranceway of the thing is also a hippo as well. Like a wall, or yeah. One of those two. That's pretty cool. Yep. I'm a monster too. Isn't it great? Oh! And at that moment, Chopper's like, I think I will join your crew. You need a doctor. I need to get out. I loved Kiryu preferencing that, like, he needs to go out and see the world. And then now it's like, it was giving me vibes of Yamato. Yamato wanting to go see the world, except Chopper actually gets to do it. And then Dalton, we saw this in Jurassic Park. You can't go off by yourself. Not where it's dangerous. Nope. Because you're gonna get that gets me! He showed up on set out in the middle of the snow with his little weird looking Pikmin bow and arrow and that makeup on, and they were like, go. Here's the scene. I freaking love the actor that plays Chess has all of my respect. I love it. Poor him. The one thing was I wanted to see where Vivi, she like had that moment. Where was she giving them the gloves? Where's she giving them the gloves at? I guess it was right before. Yeah. Yeah, she gave them, she'd being like freaking Princess Jasmine. Yeah. No. Hey, you know what? She's incognito. She's blending in with the snow. She's perfectly blending in with the snow in that amazing ostrich feathered tipped white coat, her cowboy hat. Disregard the purple. The purple is not a problem. The purple is not a problem. She's blending in. She looks so great. I'm excited. Is she in the actual... No, so she's not here during any of this. Interesting.
Yeah, we don't see her again until Alabasta.
Okay. So, you obviously know what all is coming. I do not remember this part coming up. But do you think that we will see the military next week at all? Do you think we'll round out with Smoker or Tashigi or any of them before the end of it?
Maybe.
They kind of maybe prefaced it. Yeah. Someone said that Miss Thursday was just for this series and was not in the anime or manga.
Yeah.
So they could have like one last thing with Tashigi and Smoker, that they're doing something. Do you think we'll see Crocodile in his entirety?
Maybe.
In like an after credit scene?
Maybe.
I really want to see just one shot of him in all of his glory just to see it before the season ends.
Yeah.
Do you think Walpole's being defeated next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we're getting off of the island next week, or is it going to end with it being on the island? They'll be like, where now? We're going
to go. Maybe leave, maybe not.
Might depend.
Yeah.
Might depend. I'm really excited. I don't remember enough about what happens next to know where we're going, but this episode was incredibly sad. It was like the penultimate episode of like the sad backstory. And in your mind, it's the saddest backstory. No, I take that back. Ace's death is bad. Law and his mentor, who's Doflamingo's brother, that to me is the saddest one of all. That backstory is horrifically sad. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that to me is the saddest backstory, is Law's backstory. That one's the sad. That's why I love Law's character so much. Because his is the saddest backstory to me. But we'll have to see. Is Chopper your favorite other than Brooks? Or Frankie? You like Frankie, though. Frankie's your favorite. Yeah. Chopper's always like right in the middle for me. He's not my least favorite, but he's not my favorite. I like Chopper. He's adorable, but he's not like... I like how sassy he is in this version, though. Like, he's not... I forget that he's sassy in the series, because he's cute, and he's a doctor, but I forget he's got a little bite to him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't take any slack off anybody. I forget that, because he's so adorable. Well, I would say there'd be more to discuss, but it really was just the backstory and the relationship between the two of them. And that's pretty much it. And just the little differences between the manga and anime, so, and this adaptation. So I'm excited for next week. I hope we get a full hour. We deserve a full hour. This episode was a little bit longer, but the last two before it were kind of short, on the shorter side. So I'm hoping we get like a full-blown... Episodes 1 and 2 had like a full-blown hour, so I'm hoping we get that when it comes to this episode. That would be awesome. So anyway, we are excited to hear your thoughts down below. Please let us know what you think. And then, yeah, we'll be back next week to talk about the season finale of One Piece live action. And we'll see you all then. So in the meantime, have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. Take care. And I'm Romania Black. And this is my bro.
Yo.
And we'll see you all for the season finale of One Piece. And we'll see you then. Bye.